So I was watching a Kogan Lollins video about this movie called Near Dark. Now I actually saw this movie when I was like, I don't know, 7 years old. And it has Nathan Petrelli from the hit television show Heroes. It's fun to discover things that I saw when I was a little kid and then I remember them. Because in this movie, it's a vampire movie, Nathan Petrelli gets bitten by a vampire, and there's this low-life vampire gang that's trying to recruit him, and it's just awful. It has Bill Paxton. They're just a bunch of low-life criminals. And the Deus Ex Machina is Nathan Petrelli. He just asked his brother, like, "Can you do a transfusion?" And so he gets a transfusion, and he's fine. And then his love interest, who's like this low class battered woman between batterings. She also gets a transfusion. So he and his love interest manage to, win. By the way, his love interest, I mean, she just looks like she could smoke hella cigarettes in a bowling alley. She just has that look to her. It's like, I'm not. Here's a little aside. Here's the thing. I don't want to victim blame, but like, why is it exactly that you can tell a battered woman, even if she doesn't have bruises, and she isn't talking about being a battered woman, why is it that you can tell that that's just a thing that she goes through from like her face and her personality? Why is that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Actually, I guess it probably does matter. Somebody needs to figure this shit out. Women are going to keep getting battered if you can't figure out why women who look like battered women also always end up being battered women. You know? What's up with that? Yeah, I just got off on a whole tangent there. But, like, even as a kid, like, I asked my parents, like, what's a transfusion? And my mom's like, that's when they replace your blood. That is technically correct, but it's not what I thought she meant. What I thought she meant is they drain all of your blood and put in new blood. But even as a kid, I'm thinking, well, that's not going to work because you have to keep some blood in there. If you drain all of the blood, then you're dead, and putting in new blood won't help. But any process of just putting in new blood and draining out the old blood, you're gonna have to like replace your blood volume like 15 times to get all of the blood. Even as a kid, I'm thinking this. I'm like imagining it. I'm imagining the process of the blood going in and out and the mixing at each stage. And honestly, even 15 blood volumes is pretty fucking low. It's just I couldn't really think on the scale that you would actually need to do it to get all of the blood replaced. And even then, I'm like, no, that just doesn't track. Listen, if the Deus Ex Machina for your movie can be seen through by a 7-year-old who doesn't know shit about shit, maybe you needed to write that a little better. I don't know. It is just a rambling video. I'm so goddamn tired lately. It's just getting my ass kicked at work. I mean, look at my hair. It's trying to get away from it all. One thing I've been experiencing a little more lately is guilt. I've been feeling better. I haven't been suffering. I have a nice calmness to me. But the downside of that is if I'm not focused on my own suffering, I'm more aware of how everybody around me has problems, and I even know what those problems are because I'm God, and I have this instinct to be supportive, to be comforting, to say things, but no matter how much I have that instinct, I don't. So I'm like, Ray, listen, you start saying supportive shit, they're gonna think you're their friend. It's gonna involve the consumption of your attention on timetables that you don't craft. That's not acceptable. Okay, listen. Learn from your mistakes, Ray. Keep your goddamn mouth shut. You mind your business, they mind their business. You are not here to fucking provide goddamn emotional support. Just because you're feeling good, that doesn't mean you're not teetering on the brink, Ray. Save that shit for yourself. I am learning the lessons of selfishness with life. And so, I mean, that has been one of my bigger problems, and I am learning, so that's nice.